Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have the luxurious and beautiful 1992 Toyota Century. Today I am finding out that the speakers within the door are all rattling. Let's take a look. So this vlog today is going to be a car door speaker replacement. I went ahead and found some nice cheap speakers at Walmart, just the basic Sochi speakers, and I will go ahead and try to replace them within the door. So we have one here, there's another one in the back, there's one there, and one more in the back. So I'll go ahead and let you guys hear the sound of the speakers. So this is a before. You hear that? This is a 1992, guys. Alright, enough of that. So, as you hear, they are totally rattling, and as you see me, I cannot drive around like that. So, time to go ahead and put these Sochi speakers in these doors, and I'll let you hear the after once I'm done. In order to remove the negative terminal on the battery, we're going to go ahead and use a 10mm ratchet. Go ahead and place it down there. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the armrest cushion. So you will need to get yourself a pick and pick this out right there. As you can see, it went ahead and removed it, but it's still kind of recessed into that hole. So the best thing to do is to get yourself a magnet and pull it out just like that. So it's essentially 4 screws that you have to remove. Let's go ahead and take a look. You're going to pull the carpet back right here, and there's one right there, another Phillips. Go to the center, right below the armrest, and there's another one right there. We're going to get our pick this out, and there's one more right there, so that's 4. So first you need to remove all 4 screws, and then there's another screw within here after you remove this armrest cushion. Let's do it. Make sure you keep the washer on it just like this. Alright, to remove this armrest cushion, what you're going to do is you're going to pull this towards you and then lift up from the back. Pull it towards you, lift up. Make sure you don't lose this. Here goes another screw. So once you remove all the screws for the armrest assembly, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the connectors behind this armrest assembly and then remove it all together. Just like that. It's always handy to have one of these picks in order to remove these things if ever they're on too hard. So just go one by one and remove every single one of these connectors. They're very easy to spot, very easy. Gotta use some strength. Removed. As you can see, that speaker is totally blown, so that speaker needs to come out. Screwdriver helps. Flathead. You should take a picture of this to ensure that you're putting this back in the exact same spot, because these are the same exact connectors. So take a photo. Make sure you know what goes to what. 1, 2, 3. There you go. The armrest assembly is now removed. You can go ahead and set it aside. Let's remove these 2 screws because we need to get this entire bracket out before we can remove the speaker. Next up, we need to remove the screw inside of the door handle. Now that all the screws are removed from the exterior portion of this door trim panel, we need to now go ahead and remove the locking mechanism by twisting it counterclockwise. Next up, we have our trim panel door remover. Now we're going to work our way around the edge. And then pull outwards. See, there's one there. Real easy. Just work your way around. Just like that. Now we can go ahead and lift up and outwards. Just like that. Make sure when you're placing this back in, it has a certain groove for this to go into. Right here. So next we got to watch out for the tweeter. Tweeter's right here. We got to go ahead and disconnect it. There we go. Now the door trim panel is now removed. This is how it looks. Next up, we have 4 10mm bolts that we're going to remove. You can go ahead and let it hang. Won't do it any harm. So from there, you're going to go ahead and lift up on this. Just like that. You can place this inside the door. I'm going to go ahead and remove the speaker's magnetic so you can actually place it right there. Voila. Mission complete, guys. This is an oddball size, 4.7 inches of a speaker that Toyota used back in 1992. So I'm going to replace it with 5 1/4 speakers from Walmart, the Soshi brand. And what I'll do is I'll initially place the new speaker this way, so because it's bigger, and I'll drill holes here, 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 here. Okay, so this way it'll be mounted correctly, and then I'll take it out after drilling the holes, and then put the speaker where it's supposed to on this side, but with 1.5 inch screws that will go into those holes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this inside and do all the magic, and then bring this back in and plug everything back in the way it was and do everything in reverse. Alright, now that I'm back inside of the home, no wind can bother this particular tutorial. First, for this Toyota Century speaker removal, you're going to go ahead and remove these 4 screws. You won't be needing these screws anymore, because we're going to use essentially 1.5 inch to 2 inch screws for the new speaker assembly, because there is no particular bracket that will fit, because this is 4.7 inches and we're going to be using 5.25. So we're just going to have to make it work. So before we take this off completely, we need to notice the positioning of where the speaker is. So the wires are facing towards this portion here. Go ahead and remove this. Place this aside for now. Let's go ahead and unbox the Scoschi 5.25 4-way speakers. Alright, look at that, brand new. You won't be needing this grill because it won't fit. Alright, check for any issues. No issues. It's perfectly fine. As you can see, this is bigger. It'll go into the circle. But you see that? it won't necessarily fit into these holes. As you can see, it overlaps. First, what we're going to do is place it in the other way, like this. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect, just get it in there to where it will be, where you can actually drill holes. Here, 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 and here. So line it up the best you can and get yourself a Sharpie. Make sure there's enough metal. So what you're going to do is mark it as furthest you can within that circle. Don't move it, mark it. And mark it. We're going to get our trusty drill. We're going to drill our lead holes right into these 4 spots. Then we're going to widen it with this particular one. Sorry, I can't tell you the size. It says, I don't know, S32, I'm not sure. And we'll finish it off with this. And then what we'll do is we'll get 1.5 inch to 2 inch screws placed on the other side like this. Essentially the holes will be out here. Actually, the holes will be out here. And then you'll just mount them. Straight down from here, straight down to here, straight down to here, straight down to there, just like that. And it will not have any clearance issues. Seems kind of ghetto or raggedy, but it really doesn't matter. As you can see, it's closing up the circle, and there shouldn't be any sound issues. All right, let's get to it. Tighten it up. Start off slow, so it can at least get itself indented in there, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. You can start going faster after that. There you go. It's made its way in. You see that? So it'll take about a good minute. About 2.5 minutes actually. Then once you've got your initial hole, what you'll do is you'll follow it up with the bigger drill bit. And that will be the size screw that you need. Just like that. That's all you need to do. I'll do that 3 more times. And then you'll have the right size hole for the screws that you need. Purchase these screws at Walmart. So we got wood screws and metal screws either way. Machine screws. Number 8, 32 by 2 inches. That's fine. Doesn't matter. As long as they are at least 2 inches long, then you'll be fine. You're gonna place this with the speaker right into there. Alright, so now that all 4 holes are drilled out, we're just going to place this the way it should be. Just like that. And you're gonna use 2 inch screws to go down from here right into there. If you want to use a washer, you can, but it's not necessary to use a washer. That's it for that. So, but before we do any type of mounting on this bracket, what we'll do is essentially remove positive and negative of this, and we're going to place it right in here. And for the other end of the wire, we'll use this. As you can see, these will match up. Just like that. Really easy, guys. Snaps in, no need to solder. Goes in just like that. See that? I'm gonna move this from this bracket. Speaker is no more. Even it out. Strip the wire. Place it into the circle. Crimp it down. Nice tight seal. multiple times, crimp it down. Alright, bad boy isn't going anywhere. See that? Sturdy. Positive. Just place it right down into there until you hear it clamp. Negative. Moving it in. That's it. Once we get back to the car, we just plug this in. No play. It'll work perfectly fine. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just gotta get it in there. Just like that. That's perfect. See? It won't rattle, it won't shake. Place it right back into the speaker hole. Everything will be fine. Alright guys, we're back. And now we have the 5.25 front door speaker, passenger side, on this particular Toyota Century 1992. All the screws are in. You just have to make sure that there's enough clearance. Even though these are 2-inch screws, don't let them go out too far because you need it to be flush right here within these 4 10mm screws, as you can see. So all you're going to do is just go ahead and put this back in, connect this harness with this harness here, bolt it up, 10mm. Okay, so it's really easy. Just rewind this this particular video and you'll see how to place everything back on the way it was. But other than that, that's how you're going to put this speaker back on. Really easy. So after this, I'm going to go ahead and do the rear door as well so you can see how that's done. But other than that, it's pretty simple. All right. First thing you want to do is don't connect it yet. You want to at least place this back in. It's real easy. What you'll do is you'll like put this in at an angle like this from here, and then you'll kind of like squeeze and push and push and push and push until these as you can see, this opening lines up with this particular opening there. Really easy, guys. And if you need help, you can always get yourself one of these things to kind of push down. Okay, so I'll spend some time doing that and then I'll bolt it up just like that. That grommet is in there the way it's supposed to be, flat. Now we can go ahead and plug this in. Just like that. Just place it in there. Go ahead and get your screws, hand tighten them in. Alright, so all you're going to do is tighten them all up, then you're good to go. Alright guys, here we are back again with the 1992 Toyota Century. And now we finally made it to the portion where we're going to remove the rear door speakers. Now, this is a little bit more difficult than the front door speakers because it has a different type of grip.